Hey guys, let's get more news about Steelers, but first, don't forget to subscribe and leave your like. Nick Chubb bears no animosity toward Minkah Fitzpatrick. Cleveland Browns running back Nick Chubb said he bears no ill will toward Pittsburgh Steelers safety Minkah Fitzpatrick for the tackle that caused him to miss nearly all the 2023 NFL season. "I don't think it was a dirty hit at all," Chubb said on Wednesday. "I'm not blaming him. It's part of the game. On the field, he came up to me while I was on the ground, and he said he didn't mean to do it." On September 18, Fitzpatrick's low tackle on Chubb on a first-and-goal snap at the Pittsburgh 8-yard line came with Chubb already engaged with a defender. Afterward, Fitzpatrick said those who called it a dirty hit had never tackled Nick Chubb before. "If they're telling me to go high. No chance that I would ever try to purposefully injure somebody," Fitzpatrick said at the time. "It was an unfortunate event. We play a physical game, and people get hurt. And people sit behind a screen and tell me how I should have done it or what they would have done, and they've never played the game. It's a fast game, and things happen. Like I said, it's an unfortunate event." Fitzpatrick also left Pittsburgh's 26-22 victory over Cleveland with an injury that sent him to the hospital for further evaluation. During the third quarter, Fitzpatrick kept Jerome Ford from reaching the goal line by stopping the former Alabama running back at the Pittsburgh 1-yard line at the end of a 69-yard run. Fitzpatrick landed so hard on his chest after diving to catch Ford that he experienced difficulty breathing. Fitzpatrick returned to play the next week, but injuries caused the former Alabama All-American to miss 7 of Pittsburgh's final 10 regular season games in 2023. Chubb missed Cleveland's remaining 15 regular season games and a playoff contest with what was reported as a torn anterior cruciate ligament, medial collateral ligament and meniscus, and needed 2 surgeries to repair the damage to his left knee. Chubb said there was no timeline on when he will play again. "I'm getting better every day," Chubb said. "Taking it day by day, getting better. Just right now, trying to get stronger." While at Georgia in 2015, Chubb sustained torn medial collateral, posterior cruciate and lateral collateral ligaments in the same knee, which also was dislocated and suffered cartilage damage. But Chubb rebounded with 2 more 1,000-yard rushing seasons for the Bulldogs. As a Pro Bowl selection for Cleveland from 2019 through 2022, Chubb ran for 5,345 yards. Chubb was asked on Wednesday if he could get back to the player he was before the injury. "We'll see," Chubb said. "It's not my first time going through this. Been through it before. But my whole goal is to get back out there." 3 former Steelers named to All-UFL team. Not every player who spends time with the Steelers ends up making it in the NFL, but some do go on to shine in other professional football leagues. That's the case for wide receiver Hakeem Butler, tight end Jay Sternberger, and defensive tackle Carlos Davis, who all made the United Football League's inaugural All-UFL team, the league announced June 5. Butler recorded 45 catches for 652 yards and 5 receiving touchdowns for the St. Louis Battlehawks over the UFL's 10-game regular season in 2024. He leads the league in receiving yardage and is tied for second in receiving touchdowns. Originally a 4th-round pick by the Arizona Cardinals in 2019, Butler spent the 2023 offseason with the Steelers following his first stint with the Battlehawks. Pittsburgh placed him on injured reserve in late August and he was later released, rejoining St. Louis. Sternberger recorded 25 catches for 454 yards and 4 receiving touchdowns for the Birmingham Stallions as the UFL's top tight in 2024. Like Butler, Sternberger was originally an NFL draft pick, joining the Packers in the 3rd round of the 2019 NFL Draft. He spent most of the 2021 season on the Steelers' practice squad before being released late in the 2022 offseason. Sternberger's Birmingham teammate Carlos Davis recorded 7 sacks in 2024, tied for the second most in the UFL. He added 21 tackles. Davis started his professional football career as a seventh-round selection by the Steelers in 2020. He'd appear in 12 total games over his time in Pittsburgh, recording 12 career tackles to go along with 1 sack. His brother Khalil also spent time in Pittsburgh. Both were released during roster cuts ahead of the 2022 season. The 8-team Spring League is entering its conference championship weekend, which will feature both the Stallions and the Battlehawks. If both teams win, they'll meet in the UFL Championship on June 16. All details can be found on the league's website. Steelers expected to bring back starting CB on veteran minimum contract, report. The Pittsburgh Steelers are adding a familiar face, but not one that played for the team last season. The Pittsburgh Post-Gazette's Jerry Dulac reported on June 5 that the Steelers are meeting with 2017 third-round pick Cameron Sutton and are expected to sign him to a 1-year contract. Dulac wrote on X, formerly Twitter, the deal will be worth the veteran minimum. NFL Network's Tom Pelissero confirmed that report. Reunion, veteran CB Cam Sutton is signing with the Steelers, wrote Pelissero on X. Sutton played 6 seasons for the Steelers from 2017 to 22. But after becoming a full-time starter in 2021 and 2022, he left to sign a 3-year, $33 million contract with the Detroit Lions last offseason. Sutton played just 1 season in Detroit. The Lions released Sutton on March 21 after the Hillsborough County, Florida, Sheriff's Office issued a warrant for Sutton's arrest on suspicion of domestic violence. With the Lions in 2023, Sutton posted a career-high 65 combined tackles, including 4 for loss. He also had 6 pass defenses and 1 interception. Over 6 seasons with the Steelers, Sutton had 168 combined tackles, 38 pass defenses, and 8 interceptions in 84 games. The Steelers signed veteran cornerback Grayland Arnold on June 4. But in Sutton, Pittsburgh is landing a starting cornerback the team really wanted to keep a year ago. "We love and think very highly of Cam," Khan said at the 2023 NFL Combine, via The Athletic's Mike DeFabua. "Conversations have commenced, and we'll see where it goes. Just like all of our other free agents, everything's on the table. We have a few guys that we obviously would prioritize." Sutton earned the highest Pro Football Focus player grade among Steelers cornerbacks during his final season with the team. In that campaign, he played mostly outside but also lined up in the slot and as safety. The Steelers will likely utilize that versatility in 2024. Pittsburgh is projected to start veteran Dante Jackson opposite Joey Porter Jr. this season. Inexperienced players such as Darius Rush, Beanie Bishop Jr. and Josiah Scott were also expected to man the slot before the Steelers signed Sutton. The arrival of Sutton likely means the Steelers will not bring back either Patrick Peterson or Shandon Sullivan. Pittsburgh released Peterson after he struggled during the 2023 season. Sullivan played slot cornerback for the Steelers last season, but the team allowed him to depart in free agency. Pundits speculated throughout the offseason that the Steelers were interested in bringing back one of those veterans for depth. While Sutton could be a key addition in the slot for the 2024 Steelers, it's important to note why he was available and agreed to a minimum deal. The Detroit News' Justin Rogers reported on March 20 that Hillsborough County Police made multiple attempts to contact Sutton but have been unable to reach him. The police contacted Sutton about a domestic incident the cornerback was involved in. After they were unable to speak to Sutton, the sheriff's office posted on X that they had issued a warrant for Sutton's arrest on suspicion of aggravated battery, domestic violence. Upon Heavy Sports' request for additional information on March 20, officials clarified that Sutton was wanted on suspicion of domestic battery by strangulation, a felony. CBS Sports' Cody Benjamin reported that Sutton turned himself in to police on April 1. ESPN reported on April 17 that Sutton entered a pretrial diversion program to resolve his domestic violence case. In March, Steelers head coach Mike Tomlin received questions about whether he had been in contact with Sutton since police issued his arrest warrant. While Tomlin said he does reach out to former players when they face legal trouble, he strongly declined to answer whether he had contacted Sutton. "That's none of your business," said Tomlin, via ESPN's Brooke Pryor. Although it had nothing to do with his release, Sutton also didn't play particularly well last season. He earned a 52.3 PFF player grade, which was the worst of his career since his rookie season. Sutton continued to struggle in coverage against the opposition's top wide receiver during the playoffs. In the 2023 regular season, the Lions finished 27th in pass defense with Sutton as their top cornerback. And you, fan? What do you think of the situation of Cameron Sutton? Leave your opinion in the comments.